check for you.
So when we talk about the doctrine of the cat mother, oh hi stream.
Also, someone
Good.
I forgot how Perry does it on the uh,
On
stream
what,
announcement.
Discord?
Stream announcement channel.
I
What?
got it if you want.
Thanks.
That looks cool.
Only, only high quality juice in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.tv.
So
It is a boy.
Oh, that is
Hello,
perfect.
yeah,
Oh, look,
boy.
he came in the door 2 minutes. Told you.
I love it, Hugga. I love it.
Oops, I was targeting. I forgot to change my targets. There we go.
Oh, Hugga. Why? You have mail. It's gonna bug me.
You're welcome.
Is it
always
flashing at
has
him? It's
mail.
flashing at him, isn't it?
No, it's one though. He does have a mail.
Like that's the first thing I noticed when the stream came on my screen. It's just like, there's mail. Go get it.
What would we do? What would you do if you saw that he had 20 pieces of mail by the end of the hour?
I die a little inside.
I can make that happen, you know. I have maps to give him if I wanted to.
You're not gonna get that many in
Well,
my
you could-
mailbox.
Why not?
I got like 17 items in there already.
Oh, yeah, you just have one that you haven't looked at.
Well,
Darn it.
that mail count is not for how many items. That's just for how many mail. So you can just send letters all day long. There's up to 200 possible.
I could.
I thought it was 100 cap.
I can.
Oh, is it 100? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send letters, you just can't send stuff in them.
I can send you lots of letters.
A full sonnet, but one word at a time.
Hugga, you're streaming. That's awesome. Hugga, you've been streaming for 1 minute. Hugga, you've been streaming for 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
You like
Okay,
Hugga's little
it's fine.
icon guy on the left side?
Oh, I'll leave it alone. I don't want to do that. That's mean. You just do it right back to me, probably.
All right. So it's 5 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. So welcome, everybody. My name is Techno. I am the Legacy Officer for Fallen, which is our 5.0 FC. And welcome to our FC meeting. If you've never been before, then we're glad you decided to join us. If you can see up here with us on the stage, we actually have a kind of a meeting code, dress code that we like to wear and everything. If any of you are new and you're interested in that, you can hit up me or your boy after the meeting, and we will get you hooked up with some stuff so you can kind of look like everybody else. So first off, what I want to talk about a little bit is obviously we have more than just one Sword FC. Like I said, we're 5.0, we're the 5th FC Fallen. So we have 5 total. We have the Mortal Sword, the Immortal Sword, Eternal Sword, and Temporal Sword. So the reason we actually have 5 FCs like this is because we wanted to have a nice in-house party finder for our groups and everything after what we call the Crystal Apocalypse happened. So if you've been playing long enough, you know that there was a big transition where a lot of servers got split up, and we got placed into another section of more RP role players who didn't really care as much about like in-game content and the actual rating aspect of the game and everything. We stayed on this data center, and we were worried about not having enough people to really do this in-game content and all the extra stuff that we really enjoy doing. So we made a Sisterhood of SC so that we could basically pull from within whenever we wanted to do parties, stuff like that. So that's basically the main focus of why we have 5FC like this. And it's really worked out great. We have a big community, a lot of people all around. Obviously, you've met a lot of us here in Fallen, but there are a lot of people outside of just our Fallen FC that are part of our sword group. And if you get involved in a lot of the different events and stuff, you'll definitely meet all kinds of people. Actually, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let the legacy officers that are here introduce themselves, and then we'll go on to the fallen officers. So, you want to go ahead?
Hi, I'm Hugga Cactus. You can't see me in the stream, but I'm the frog in the lower left-hand corner. That picture there. I'm the legacy officer for Mortal Sword, also known as 1.0. I like to run maps. I'm an Omni gatherer. I gather for many of our big projects in the FC. I do a lot of behind the scenes work, and I also am a server at the cafe. I'll pass it off to Kamed.
Hello, I am Kamed. I run a good amount of the minigames through our Discord. I am an Omni Crafter and Gatherer, so if you need anything and I'm available, please do not hesitate to ask. I also love to take pictures of Sword members, so if you get a random picture in your DMs and have no idea who it is, most likely it's me, so sorry about that in advance. But I believe my son is waking up now, so that will be it for me, so I'm passing it off to Tech.
Okay, go ahead, Plank.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready. I was sipping my coffee.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Flame Zero. I'm a officer here. I'm a raider. I'm mainly a tank main. Outside paladin. What else? I'm an Omni crafter. Omni gatherer. I host raid learning parties. You'll see announcements from me for that. I'll talk about that later. And I'm also, along with your boy, a Discord mod. So if you have any questions about the Discord or need role assignments, you can come to either myself or him. You know. Hey, Tail, let's go.
Hello, everyone. My name's Talia. I am the resident dancer, black mage, sometimes at the same time. I play pretty much all types of content, but I mostly enjoy raiding and crafting. I am the individual that ensures that all of our FCs stay nice and buff, as well as the individual that runs 40 Winks at Fallen, which our next instance will be coming up here in a couple weeks, where we enjoy a movie together. Your boy.
Also, I'll talk for your boy because he's shy guy. So your boy is also one of our fallen officers. He runs an event called Human Darts every other Friday. That's really fun to come to, and he's also been taking on a role of doing a lot of hunt trains and hunt marks for a lot of people in all the FCs recently as well. So definitely very helpful with that kind of stuff for us. Kelly, you want to go on?
Oh, me. Okay. Hi. What up, Cat.0? I am Calix Beline. I'm a white mage summoner main, but I mostly love playing healers and casters in general. I do some savage and ultimate raiding, and I'm also an omni crafter and gatherer. So if you need help with any of those, let me know. I also play at the cafe with the sword band, fill in for learning and farm parties, and help with the website, which you guys should check out because we just updated it with events and services. But most importantly, I also host farm and learning parties for one of the hardest content in the game, Housing Savage, which I will talk later.
Also, just because your boy yelled at me, he also takes care of the lotto for Fallen FC as well. So everybody knows. See that wonderful spam he just put in FC too. So yeah, donate to the lotto. So we have a lot of FC services that we give out to our members just all the time. The first one being crystal shards in clusters. So if you're interested in crafting, if you're new to it or you're just building up your crafters and you're kind of running low on your shards whenever you're working on stuff, you're more than welcome to get a reasonable amount from us from the FC chest so that you can actually continue on with your crafting and everything. We just like to kind of pay it forward to a lot of crafters because we know it's a lot of work to try to do all that kind of stuff, especially when you're first starting out. So if you are ever interested in that, definitely hit up Sword Officer and they can get you hooked up with some shards. We also do chocobo coloring for your chocobos. Once you actually unlock that, your chocobo around level 20 with a quest called My Little Chocobo, and then you'll actually do another one where you get him as a companion. You're able to color your chocobo using specialized fruit that are in the game. There's a cool website you can go to see exactly what it takes to actually get a specific color based off the red, blue, green system. So you'll just feed these fruits in a specific order to your chocobo, put it in the stable for 6 hours, you bring it out, and the chocobo will hopefully be the color that you're actually wanting. Now, you don't have to fret if you don't get the color that you were wanting the first time around. You're more than welcome to get more fruits to try again if you need to. We're more than willing to let you try again if you don't get exactly what you're wanting. We also offer FC apartments, just the actual FC rooms here in the FC. They're 300K a piece. We do ask if you have the funds to buy one yourself, then we would like it if you could. But if you do not and you're kind of low on funds, you don't really have the gill for it or anything, then we will help you out as far as getting a room in the actual house goes. So bear that in mind if you're ever interested in getting a room. We also have a specific buff schedule for each of the FCs, and we usually do the grade 3 buffs on the weekends because a lot of people usually play more during the weekends too. But you might want to check out that actual schedule if you're interested in like doing certain things whenever we have certain buffs up. They're actually on the bulletin board in Discord. So check that out. It's pinned in that channel. You can see exactly what we do when we actually do. So moving right along, we have an insane amount of events in our FCs. And as Fallen members, we have some that are specific to a lot of the officers here in our FC, but we have so much that you can do outside of our specific FC too. On our actual Sword FC uh, website, there's actually a calendar where you can see a listing of when all of the main specific events happen each week and what times they start and that kind of stuff. You can also check out the announcements page in Discord to see when people are announcing when they're going to have events and that kind of stuff. So those are both really good resources to see what's coming up and what's going on that day or coming up as well. But for now, I'm going to let some of the officers talk about their specific events, and I'm going to start with Flame, let him talk about his rating.
Why do you always do this when I'm drinking
Hey,
coffee?
you know what?
It was
That's not my fault. Okay, that's not my fault.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, rating. What is rating? What is savage content? Savage content is well, it's the end game level 80 content that is pretty well the hardest thing in the game that you can do for fighting or for uh, 8-man fights. Um, Basically, what we do is we'll take you in. I'll teach you the fight. I'll explain the fight to you. Provide a very non-toxic, laid-back environment. Answer any questions you might have. Um, and I do two. Currently, I do two learning parties. I do one on Saturday, sorry, at 2 p.m. Central Time, and I do a Throwback Thursday one on Thursday at um, 8 p.m. Central Time. The Saturday one, I'll run you through. I cycle through E9S through 12, and the Thursday one, I'm currently doing E4S, but I will be changing it up to E8S come I think 3 weeks, 2 3 weeks, something like that. Um, and if you clear one of my learning parties, you get one of those nice little certificates you might see in Generate Strats once in a while. If you look at that channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, so there's those. As for other rating, we have a current we have a current raid tier learning party as well, hosted by Victoria from 3.0 The Eternal Sword at 6 p.m. Central Time. I believe he's just doing E9S and E10S as of right now, but he's a great teacher as well. You could pop by there. And I believe an immortal, or sorry, a temporal and an eternal officer are teaming up, Najra and Dekt, uh, on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time for Savage learning parties and extremes. Um, that's in the works. I think they mentioned it at the temporal meeting, so figured I'd shout that out there. Um, all we require from you um, for those Savage learning parties um, is that you have completed the normals, one, and two, have the minimum item level, which is pretty easy now. It's item level 500 to 510, depending on which fight we're taking you into. Um, if you do not want to do Duty Finder to do these normals, there is an officer in Temporal Sword named Althania. Uh, and he will he hosts an event on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central. That takes you into these normal raids and unlocks them for you. Just have a good time, hang out, chat. If you do not want to just jump in right away and see what's going on, I do stream on the sword on this Twitch here, the sword Twitch, my learning parties as well as our static rating. If you want to ever just pop in, see what's going on, see the environment, see if it interests you. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it. Back to you, Tech.
Cool deal. Thank you, so.
There's a lot of rating.
Yeah, there's a lot of rating. That's something that we want to really have a nice rating scene for people who really like that kind of content. Like, we've got tons of events across the board that are for people who aren't in game, that kind of stuff. But rating is something we've been really trying hard to cultivate recently. So definitely, if you're interested in it, hit Flame up because he can point you in the right direction, no matter what your skill level is or anything like that. So definitely check that out.
Any questions you can shoot my way, and I can either answer them or direct you to somebody that can.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Calic, you want to talk about housing events?
Just when I was eating salad. So,
Man, I'm like on a roll tonight, hitting everybody at the worst time possible moment.
I mean, I've been
Mhm.
prepared. Just saying.
damn.
Uh,
Oh,
That's where your
hello
phone goes off
again.
as soon as sorry.
got him. All right, go ahead, Calic.
So, if you are interested, speaking of raiding, if you are interested in becoming an amazing housing raider, head over to the housing channels and join the community, as well as participate in our events and services such as the housing notifications if you don't have a house yet and you would like to be notified if there's one open. Go to the role and event assignment channel so you can assign yourself the role and then be pinged 5 billion times on Discord whenever a new plot opens up. We also have housewarming kits, so if you just recently got a house, I know how expensive each of those houses are. After dumping all your hard earned savings, we reach out to any of the officers and then we can give you a kit which has the basic essentials like summoning bell, mini etherite. This will help you save on your gil. And the housing giveaway has just started this month, which I would select 5 winners based on the theme of the month, and they will each get nine housing items, which it will be due on Saturday week, next week, May 22. And Clara's right here. She will be hosting the Blue House tours on May 18. every and this is every third Tuesday of the month, where if you have a house you just recently decorated or you want to show it off, submit it to her so we can take a peek and get some references. Or maybe if you just want to take a look, you can join her on that day and then we can just enjoy watching all the pretty houses. Don't forget to stop by the housing booth at the cafe every week because there's a bunch of free housing goodies to put on your house. There's a lot more, but you can just check it out in the pinned messages in the house bulletin board. And I know Sylvie has their FC decorating contest as well, which I think they will be explaining a bit more. So definitely join if you wanna get some really good prizes.
All right, thank you, Calic. Tails, you want to talk about movie night and all that?
Absolutely. And I'll also cover a few others for you, boy. So first and foremost, there is 40 Winks at Fallen, which is about a once a month event that we do here at Fallen to watch a movie together while hanging up here in the attic and just talking about it and enjoying ourselves. It's a really fun time that we do right after cafe on a Saturday. The next one being on the 29th of this month. So please do feel free to join us. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is Human Darts. And Human Darts is an event run by your boy that I assist with, where your boy will stand at the bottom of a very large jump, and we all attempt to squish him. And those that squish him the most earn some nice hard gil. And you are always welcome to join us. We do that every other week. We just finished the one this past Friday, so we'll be doing another one in about 2 weeks. And I think that's all the events that I have on this end. So yeah, back to you, Tech.
Did you mention Fallen maps?
Oh yes, and we do also do Fallen maps. That is every Sunday, I believe. I don't have the time on me, but if you ever wish to join for the maps, there's going to be a post in the
5 p.m.
bulletin
Central.
that is by ya boy and or Sippin, and they will take you through with some maps, usually level 80, and just go get some gil.
Cool, Gil. And that is a perfect segue into actually just talking a little bit more about maps. Punk, if you would, please, sir.
All right. Maps. What are maps? They're items you get from gathering, or you can buy them on the market board. They look like a little bottle with paper inside. And what you do with that is you need to decipher it. How do you get decipher? You have to do a quest called Treasures and Tribulations in Wineport. It's a level 35 quest. Takes a few minutes, and it locks the decipher and dig commands for your hotbar, or if you just want to manually type it in, it's slash decipher. Actually, I'm not sure if you can do manual decipher. Back on track. When you decipher a map, you get a little cutout of an area map with a big red X on it. Go to that area, find where that cutout is, go to where the red X is, and hit the dig command. You can type slash dig or use it directly as on your hotbar. Once you dig up the treasure chest, you go to open it, and surprise, it's trapped. Monsters spawn, you kill the monsters, and you get to open the chest. Now some chests have portals in them. Those are level 60 dragon skin maps, the level 70 gazelle skin maps, and the level 80 Zoner skin maps. These are 8-player dungeons, or 8-player maps. You don't need 8 players, you can do it with less. I like to do it with 8, just for fun. They're nice and easy. You go from room to room, opening chests, killing monsters, getting loot. Or, you get the what we refer to as the roulette wheel, which basically you press a button, a chest monster spawn, you kill the monsters, you get a chest, you open it, you get loot. Now, it's a great way to make a lot of gil. You can get some really neat items that you can either sell or use yourself. Some of them make some really good glams. It's a great way to it's a great way to get to know your FC members as well. Back to you, Tech.
Cool, Gil. Thank you very
Real quick,
much.
if I could steal it from you.
Go ahead.
We do actually have another Fallen event. This is FC wide, starting up on Tuesday, hosted by Sip and Sage, called Tank My Ride. What he will be doing is he'll be taking 8 tanks into Lakshmi X unsynced or O3 normal unsynced. And you're just gonna basically sit there, hang out, farm out your tank mounts through that achievement. Yeah, so that's at Tuesday, starting this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time to 8 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, Sips a roll guard and Fallen here for those that don't know him.
Excellent. It's a pretty good name, too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, so since we were on the point of maps and everything, there's another event that usually does maps in the morning. Michonne, do you want to talk about your event for us?
Yes, hello. This is Michonne Rathclaw from 4.0. I do something called Breakfast Club, And Breakfast Club generally is maps, but we do have three choices. We have roulettes and we have 80s fates along with the 80s maps. We do 80s maps on Mondays and Wednesdays. Fridays, we do something called Flashback Friday, in which we will do level 70 maps, which are the Gazelle Skin maps. Saturday, Elliot Waugh does 60 level maps, and it starts at the same time, so it's sort of in conjunction with Breakfast Club, but there are no choices. That's a straight up map party. Again, it's level 60 maps, which are the dragon skin maps. On Sundays we run 80s maps again, and generally we started doing Sundays for those people who work on the weekdays and miss out on the breakfast clubs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's about it for maps. Any questions you might have, just send me a DM in Discord or give me a tell in game, and I'll be happy to talk about it with you. Tech.
Thank you, sir. All right, Sylvie, would you like to talk about your housing event and LGBT force?
Sure. I'll start with LGBT today. So the Discord has an LGBTQIA group. Um, Basically, anyone who identifies as any of those or is an ally of the LGBT community is more than welcome to join through a moderator officer, but you can ask any officer to join. Currently on Tuesdays, we have something I run called Rainbow Runs, which is done from 8 to 10 Central or 9 to 11 Eastern. We do anything from maps to PvP to MSQ, basically anything we can think of. There's usually a poll, we can vote. Sometimes it lands on Decide Later, where we figure out what we're doing on the spot. Also, we have every so many months, myself and Mama Mel from 3.0, we are going to be doing a bunch of interesting events that we have created for the year. This month of May, on the 24th, we are doing a Jeopardy game, which all people from any FC are going to be able to participate, but it will be LGBT related. More information about that to happen to the announcements channel later on this month. And my other thing I run is the FC Room Decorating Contest, which is a quarterly event, so 4 times a year. We basically do that because it can be expensive to decorate your room, but to be honest, I've seen a lot of low price rooms win some good items. The FCs usually offer 4 mil gil, so that's really good that you get a piece of. I also do Mog Station credit, and every once in a while, we'll do new and fashionable items that are hard to get in the game, just to give people a little bit of variety. Currently, the contest is my shop, which was brought up by the winners of last contest, which was a tie between Kamed and Kalara, from 4.0 and 1.0. And basically, you design your room depending on what type of shop you would want to run. Doesn't have to be weapons, it could be pebbles, anything you absolutely want. Just name your room whatever it is and make it look exactly like so, and you're sure to get some good placement. Also, at the end of the year, when all of the VAR 4 contests are done, we're going to be giving out up to 10 mil gil in prizes to people with the highest scores for the year. But I do promise you, just about everyone who participates throughout the year, as long as you're still in the FC, there is a good chance you're going to get a prize at the end of the year, too. So if you want any more information on the FC room decorating contests, give me a DM, Sylvican So Savage, in the Discord, and I'll be more than happy to give you some more information. Deadline is going to be May 29th currently. I usually do it to the next month, but I'm going to be on vacation at that time. So the 29th, which is in 3 weeks still. Yeah, about 3 weeks is when the cutoff is going to be. Thank you. I
All
mean,
right.
back to you, Tech, like everyone else.
So, kind of coming off the room decorating contest, we actually also have a glam contest that's run by Mr. Perry Pennington and Saturn, who are both out of town right now. So, I'll kind of plug that a little bit for them. Every few months, we do a glam contest that will have a theme that Perry and a couple of other people will pick. The last one that we had was if I were blue, I'm blue. If I were green, I would die. So it pretty much had everything to do with blue. It didn't necessarily have a blue mage, just a blue glam or something along those lines that you thought would look really cool. We do the event at one of our special venues. Anybody is welcome to participate. There are a lot of cool prizes. We have a lot of different venues or a lot of different ways that you can win. They have like sexiest glam, the most original glam, newest, the best new glam. So if you've never done it before, we have one just for you as well. So definitely come out and check that out too. I'm not sure exactly when the next one's going to be. I don't think we've picked a theme for it yet either, but definitely be looking out for that in the future too. So I guess, Jed, do you want to talk about a few of the events that you have done for us?
Of course, I would love to, Techno.
Why
Well,
don't you?
I am Jebediah Spices. I am one of the officers in Mortal Sword, also known as 1.0, and I'm here today, or I'm here this evening, to talk to you about several events. First and foremost, I run an event every Friday called the Blast from the Past event, in which I take 7 of you into an Alexander or an Omega raid, and we farm mounts. If you like giant snakes, or weird robots with wings, or even small airplanes, then this event is for you. It happens every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we usually run for 1 or 2 hours or until everyone gets their mount or whatever item they actually want from there, because there's glam and stuff too. Just pay attention to the announcement post. Usually midweek is when I post the details on what's going to happen that Friday. Additionally, mic button didn't hold down. Additionally, you see right here, this nice little fancy axe. This is the Shadowbringer's relic. Have you always wanted that sweet and shiny weapon? Do you want to be the cool kid? Well, come on down to Ceres Vacation Home on the Bosnian Southern Front for a nice relaxing day on the battlefield. Here we will all come together to grind out the memories and other content necessary for a relic such as this one. When does this happen, you might ask? And you all are actually in luck today, because today, Sunday, is one of the 2 days that this happens. So from Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, but in today's case, because of meetings, it's going to be 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. And as well as Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, Sirius Schwartz of 1.0 will host an event that usually alternates between Castrum and Bozjev memory farming and Delibram Regine, which is another raid you need for the current part of this weapon. Tonight, it's actually from 9 to 11 p.m., and she is hosting Delibram Regine. So if you check the announcement section on our Discord, you can actually see all the details to this post. You can even message her on Discord if you have any questions. And if you're interested in signing up, just click the reaction at the bottom of her post. And last, but definitely not least, ladies and gentlemen, frogs and folks of questionable nature, gather around for an event series of a lifetime. Do you like to go fast? Do you think your chocobo to be unbeatable? Are you the self-proclaimed best jockey in all the land? Well, now it's time to put your Geschel greens where your mouth is, and prove it. Lily the Pink Fox of Mortal Sword presents the Fast Feathers Racing League in its 5th annual event. Yes, Mishan, Choco Racing. This one's titled the Pajamas Cup. For 10 laps across the racetracks of the Gold Saucer, test your skills in a no-holds-barred race to the finish as you battle other competitors for the title of the fastest racer in all of Sword. So how does this event work, you might ask? Well, at the last Thursday of each month, and this month it'll be May 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, she will host the event at the Chocobo Square in the Gold Saucer, and you will all run 10 races together. You will get points based on how you finish in each race, and at the end of it, she'll tally up the scores, and winners will be announced. The grand prize winner of each of these events gets 1 million gil. Second and third place get some consolation prizes, but they are pretty solid prizes, I tell you. If you have any questions whatsoever about this event, send Lily the Pink Fox a message on Discord, and she will be glad to answer all your questions. Now, with all that out of the way, I will send this back to your legacy officer, Mr. Techno.
Thank you very much, Jeb. Sel, since you're in here, do you want to talk about your Skyriders service?
Sure. Skyriders is our eighth current taxi service that I came up with some time ago to help spread out the assistance to help people get their wings, because everybody knows how much of a big pain it is to try to get all those eighth currents just so you can get up and flying like everybody else. Well, the idea is that you put in a request either in your FC chat or in Discord in the commissions channel with at Taxi Commissions. One of the volunteers will reach out to you, get you in a party, find out which eighth occurrence you are missing, get you hooked up in their multi-person ride, take you around, and get you all set up so you can be flying like the rest of them.
Cool deal. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to go into what we do as far as mini games go in the Discord in a minute, but first I want to talk a little bit about some of our request access only channels in Discord. There are several of them that we have. We have a NSFW channel, and basically, if you don't know what that is, then you don't really need to be in the channel. It's pretty self-explanatory. We also have one that's called Not Safe for Snowflakes. It's a ship hosting channel that we do, memeing and that kind of stuff. If you're kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff, then I would say definitely don't ask for that channel as well. We also have a Powder Puff channel as well that's only strictly for IRL girls that they do mount farms, they do map parties, all kinds of cool stuff, just kind of hang out and do quote-unquote girl stuff. But it's a cool place for them. If you're an IRL girl and you're interested in that, definitely hit up an officer and they can get you hooked up with that one too. We have another channel called Las Espadas, which is for our Spanish-speaking group. You don't necessarily have to be a native Spanish speaker to be in this channel. If you're wanting to learn or you just want to be part of that group and you enjoy speaking with them and that kind of stuff, hit them up too. It's pretty cool to go in there. They do map parties, that kind of stuff as well. So basically, any of these channels, if you're interested in, you just DM an officer and they can get you hooked up with a moderator to get you these channels. There are several others. There's also one for the LGBT community as well. So if you're interested in that one, it's a really cool place for them to go into. We have a sorry, hold on. There, apologies, had a dog issue. Anyway, we have a lot of channels that are request only, and if you're interested in knowing the full list and that kind of stuff, just hit an officer, and they can definitely help you out with getting into those channels. So moving back into mini games, we have a lot of mini games that we do just within the actual Discord channels. There's a section specifically for them. So I'll hit on just a few of them, and I'm actually going to turn it back to Sel really quick and let him talk about the Wandering Warrior of Light first, since he's already in here. He can talk about his.
All right. Yeah, the Wandering Warrior of Light is kind of a hide and seek game with a bit more flair. Not only are you looking for a specific location, but you're also looking for certain elements or landmarks in that location to have in the shot. And if you're not particularly good at hide and seek, you can always just read it for the story, since it is essentially an ongoing series of short stories that are tied together with, references to the lore, the Warrior of Light, various other game-related things. And it's just generally something I have there to provide a little fun for people and also to allow them to try to make a little bit of extra gil. I do have the previous journal entries, which is the format that I use, store or posted in Reddit with links in the pins in case anybody wants to go back and read the previous things. The rules are posted every time, and it runs for 2 weeks. This is currently in the middle of the 2-week period. And there's even a special bonus prize this time of a hunting hawk. So feel free to check it out.
Cool deal. Thank you very much, sir. So another event we have is the Blue Games, which is hosted by Silvax. So for this one, there's usually a weekly star challenge that you can do if you have ever done the Blue Mage stuff. And that star challenge we actually turn into a mini game in the actual Discord. You go and complete it. The best time actually wins a specific guild prize. Plus, you get a chance to win the grand prize by completing it. Just for the week, you'll put a number in the actual channel, and then he'll roll at the end of the week, and whoever is the closest to that number actually wins. A lot of our Discord mini games, or they have that same theme where you'll actually just complete the challenge and then you'll post a number with your screenshot in the actual channel, and then that person who's running it will just roll off at the end of the week, and whoever's closest to that number actually will win the prize. So we've got the Blue Games, then we've got the Who's That NPC, where a picture will be posted of an actual NPC in the game at a location that you do not know, and your challenge is to find that NPC before anybody else does. So the first one to post that actual NPC in the channel wins a specific guild prize. Plus, the same thing, you'll post a number in the channel, and then at the end of the week, they'll roll off to see who actually is closest to it and win the grand guild prize. Time Attack is one where you'll actually have a challenge in a specific dungeon in the game. You'll go into it unsaved by yourself. You'll have to beat the time that is actually posted for the challenge. And then the fastest time for that challenge will also win a bonus prize off of that. Sal talked about the Wonder Ring of Lights. We also have Hide and Seek with Komed. This one's a little bit of a spin on Who's That NPC. You'll actually be finding a person in the game. They'll pick just a specific location within the game, wherever they want to in any of the Realm Reborn areas, so that everyone has access to it. You'll basically just find that location, take a photo in the same orientation as the photo that was taken to start the challenge, and then the first person to find that location wins the prize. And then if your number is the one that's closest whenever the roll-off goes off, then you'll be the one that actually wins the final prize too. The parkour challenge is one that's held by Komet as well. He does this in his actual house yard. He'll set up a cool little obstacle course that you have to do start to finish. Basically, it's just jumping from pole to pole, and getting to a specific location. Once you're able to do it, you take a photo of yourself in that spot, and then post that in the channel. Same thing again. If your number is the closest one, then you actually have a chance to win. And then we have Char's Fishing Extravaganza, and there's no way I can describe that the same way that they do, unfortunately, since they're not here. I'll do just a quick one. So basically, Char's, yeah, Kelly, yeah. So basically, with Char's fishing challenge, he will fish up a specific fish in a specific spot. I mean, unless you want to do it, Kelly, you're more than welcome.
Do it, Gallic. Yes.
Go, Callie,
Yes.
you can do it.
So anyway, so he'll fish up a specific fish, and you'll either have to beat his challenge by getting a larger fish or by getting a smaller fish. And then the smaller fish, whoever gets the smallest or the largest, depending on what direction you're going, wins a bonus prize. Plus, you'll do the same thing, post the number, and whoever's closest wins. There's also screenshot glam contest where we'll pick a specific theme. You'll make a glam off of that actual theme, and then off of a judging panel, whoever is the best will win a prize off of that as well. That one's a really fun one too, especially for me. I love to glam. So I really enjoyed this mini game, and then another one I'm going to talk about in just a second. We also have a sword artist online contest that we do. So this one is really interesting and fun too, because when we talk about art, we don't necessarily mean just like a picture that you have to draw. It can be a picture, it can be a digital drawing that you've done, it can be an in-game photo, it can be a poem, it can be basically anything you want to interpret as something you would call art. and then you post your submission into this channel, and then whoever we feel like had the most interesting and unique item will win that prize as well. And then our last mini game is called Who's Wore It Best, which is our newest one. Yes, Annabelle, you did hear point. That is one you can actually pick for that. So the last one, Who Wore It Best, this is our newest mini game, where you will be given a specific item in the game, a glam piece that you have to build something around, whether it be a pair of boots, a chest piece, helm, whatever it is, and then you will build a glam that you think is interesting and really brings out, like, makes that one item actually pop and really sells that item. And you'll post a picture once you've done that in there, and then a panel of judges will judge it off of 10 separate criteria on who we think did the best job of really showing off this specific glam item with what they did. And then whoever gets the most points off of that will win the prize at the end of the week for that. And that covers most of our actual mini games too. But I mean, there's always something to do. There's always an event or a mini game or just something going on that you guys can take part in. And I really recommend, if you really want to look at that stuff a little bit more in detail, the Sword FC website is a great place for good information off of our calendar. It'll tell you about upcoming events. It'll tell you a little bit about all of our officers, everybody that's actually in there. Thank you, Kelly, for posting that. That's the link if you want to go check out that actual website. And also check out Discord. There's a lot of stuff that goes on there. I know announcements can run pretty fast sometimes, but you'll see a lot of cool stuff there. All of our events get posted there too. There's just a lot of stuff to do. There's always something that you can go and hang out with somebody and do stuff with. So without further ado, after that, we are going to move on to our promotions for tonight.
Did you talk about cafe?
Oh, shit, I did talk about cafe. Thank you for saving my life. So cafe. Last but not least. Oh, she's not watching. She's gonna kill me. So the cafe. The cafe is probably. Do what?
She's always watching.
I mean, she probably is. She's always watching. Anyway,
you gotta get a text. It's like, you forgot cafe.
I know. I probably did.
It's like, oh
one.
shit.
She's gonna go back and rewatch the whole thing. Anyway, so the cafe is a really big social event that we do every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you can get a lot of cool free stuff and then free in-game food. We have bards that actually will be playing music while we're there and everything. 8:30 CST. Yeah, you're right. It's fine. But you can get all kinds of Chocobo stuff. There's free bargains that we give out. There's different housing items we give out, 2 different housing items each week. You can get stuff crafted for you there. You can get Chocobo fruit for yourself there. Jebediah even has a minion roulette prize thing giveaway that he does every day that the cafe goes on.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. So it's a good time. There's a ton of people to meet. It's probably the busiest social event that we have in the FCs, and it's the best way to actually meet people from across the FCs too. Like, you can run into somebody new every time that you go there. So definitely check that out. Like I said, that's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturdays and 8:30 Central Standard Time on Mondays. Thank you for correcting me on 8:30 Central Standard Time. So yeah. Sword Cafe, definitely check it out. It's also on the website too, if you want to get a little bit more detail about that too. So now, officer promotions, or not officer promotions, but just
Officer promotions. Oh my gosh!
Heck yeah, you're all fired.
I mean, that explains a lot.
No, I don't want to do it all. You're not all fired. You're all unfired.
Free time.
Right.
Don't tease me like this.
Tease you? What are you trying to say?
Wow.
Let's see how it is, Thomas. Let's see.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. Alrighty, so tonight, well, I'll start by kind of explaining the different roles that we have. So we have officers, then we have Royal Guard and Honor Guard. Officers obviously are members who Our right below us, legacy officers. These are people who run events for you guys, who kind of field questions, help out with that kind of stuff. They have a specific role in the FCs, and they generally just kind of go above and beyond and really help out a lot with people. Then we have Royal Guard. These are people who have been in the FC for quite a long time. They also help an officer with one of their specific roles, and they usually do something small of their own accord as well, whether it be like a small event or they just help another officer with their actual event themselves. Then we have Honor Guard. These are people who are just really established in the FC. They've been here a long time. They stand out. They talk a lot. They spend time being active with the FC, and we just like to show their representation in the FC and show we appreciate them being really active and spending time to talk with people and just hang out and do stuff with people in the FC. So tonight here in Fallen, we actually have 4 Honor Guard promotions. So we'll start with that. And our first one is a person who has just really been active in chat. They've been joining some of our events, and they've really been picking up their activity. And we would like to promote Nico Lake to Honor Guard.
Congratulations!
Hey.
Congratulations!
All right. So our next one is also somebody who's gotten pretty active in chat, and likes to cut up with people and has really been more active, especially recently, and that is Abletronic.
Congratulations!
Yay.
Congratulations!
Yeah. All right. The next person. This person actually has been with us for over a year. They're not necessarily as active in our FC chat, but they hang out with us at the Summoning Bell a lot of the times, and we definitely see them active in the actual FC as well, and that is Little Kelly.
Yay,
Congratulations!
Kelly.
You're a star.
Yes. All right, and then last but not least, we have someone who has been around for almost a year and a half. Actually, they've been with us for a long time, and we just want to recognize them for just being here for that long, and that is Nuj Toil.
Congratulations!
You did it! All right, congratulations to everyone who has been promoted this evening. And now, last but not least, for you guys, we have our prize giveaway. Did you set that up yet or not?
Yep, it's all set.
Fantastic. So, if everyone... Sorry, I had to scroll back up there. So if everyone will scroll all the way up to the giveaways channel at the very top of Discord, you will see a section that has now become available to you with a little party emoji on the bottom. If you click that emoji, you will see above it that there is a picture of our FC Chess first tab. These are all the items that you can actually win tonight if your name is rolled whenever the timer is up on this one, right? So you see we've got a couple mounts. There's some cool umbrellas, bardings, minions, just all kinds of cool stuff. The more important ones are the 5 items that are actually in that bottom row, those colored flowers. You look right below, you'll see that those all are very specific items. The black flowers are a Mystic Panda mount off of the Mock Station. The red flowers represent the Waspoy emotes. That's Calyx's favorite emote. The yellow flowers are the Cheer Jump emote. And then orange flowers, 1 million gil, and the white flowers are 500,000 gil. So this is a first come, first serve. So if your name is rolled when you actually win, make sure that you DM an officer that is right there in front of the SC chest to claim your prize. Like I said, it's first come, first serve. So if somebody asks for the one that you're asking for first and they pull it, then you'll have to pick something second. I do recommend that you give whatever officer you're going to DM after you win. Give them 2 answers. That way you have a better chance of getting something that you actually want to. And yeah, that's pretty much how that will go, and that's it. And in about 19 minutes, that's going to pop off, and then you guys will win whatever. It looks like we don't have a ton here tonight, so pretty much everybody's going to win something. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We're kind of ending a little bit earlier tonight. I'm sorry about that, but
Gasp.
it is Mother's Day, so we didn't have quite as many people as we usually do to talk about stuff. But that's okay.
Only 8 minutes.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I will say meeting adjourned. Thanks everybody for coming out. Y'all have a good evening.
Have a gooder.
Have a
Thank
good
you, everyone.
Okay, ending
Gotta
stream
give
now.
everyone good. Hell yeah, let's go.